Hey guys, thank you guys for tuning in today. So today I'm going to be talking, or actually giving a few tips on how to deal with the death of a loved one, losing someone close to you that you love. So what I did is I did talk with my friend, one of my close friends, who actually just lost someone very close to her. So two of my friends actually lost someone close to them. One of my friends lost her dad, and this is actually her probably third tough loss. She lost her mother and her grandmother. So that's very tough, and I know that she's struggling a lot, not having two parents. I couldn't imagine not having both of my parents. And then another one of my friends, she lost her aunt. And this is another tough loss for her as well. She did lose her mom as well. So I felt like I needed to come on here and kind of talk and give some tips on how to deal with losing a loved one. I lost my grandfather a few years back when I was in college, a sophomore in college, and it was a tough loss. So if I could get any advice at all, why not share it? Because I feel like this is a huge topic, a topic that could help someone along the way. Just a little background. I lost my pap when I was a sophomore in college. And yes, it was a rough process. It was an unexpected death. So yeah, it was a rough process. And a few things that really helped me. Honestly, I was, in college, so I was staying busy. I had basketball practice, class. I had just met my boyfriend. So he helps me a lot with the process. Just, being there for me to vent, like being able to express my feelings or how I felt, was a huge part in this. So a few things that helped me get through this process was, like I said, keeping busy, doing, like the things that I had no choice but to keep busy, but that's one thing that will help during this process. Knowing that the person is at peace was a big thing for me. I knew my pap was at peace. He was a pastor. I just knew he was at peace. I didn't want him to struggle anymore. The pain that he had after surgery, so he did pass away after his surgery. I think it was like a day or two, but he was just in pain. So knowing he's at peace gives me, I guess, closure, you can say. That helped me a lot. Remembering the good times is a huge thing. Remembering all the good times, like me and my pap shared, like the little stuff he would do. Like my aunt, just the other day, she was like, yeah, remember pap used to bark at the kids? Like he literally used to bark like a dog. It was like the dumbest thing ever, but the kids loved it. Like they just loved it. All the kids loved him. A lot of people that know my pap know that, like, that was their pap. Like my friends, we went on shopping trips, they got what they wanted. If I was getting stuff, they were getting stuff. Like he treated everyone like they were his grandchild. Like that's just who he was, and that's why everyone loved my pap. He was the nicest person ever. Like literally did anything for anyone. If he didn't know you but we brought you around, like he didn't care. He's doing whatever he could for someone. If someone had less, he's trying to give stuff to them. Like he was just a good person. Like give whatever he could, if he could. Letting go and not being selfish. It is selfish for us to want our loved ones here, want them to struggle, want them, like, why would you want them here if they're struggling? I had to think about that. I had to pray, and I had to just literally be realistic. Like, why would we want them to sit here and suffer? Like, would you want to suffer? No. So we shouldn't want our loved ones to suffer. Like I said, I prayed to God. I was in the beginning, I was questioning him, like, why Why now? Why my path? Why? I was just asking myself, why? Why? That's like the only question I could really come up with, like, why? But I just feel like we should never question God. Like, I know that we do want to question God because we think, like, what I was thinking is everything happens for a reason. Maybe that's a harsh way to look at things, but literally everything happens for a reason. God wouldn't put us through anything that we couldn't handle, to be honest. And that's just the way I look at it. Doing what makes that person proud. So for me, graduating, continuing to play basketball. Like, I didn't quit basketball when I wanted to. I didn't quit. Making it through college is like a top thing. Like, my pap always said, he hopes I make it. He hopes I make it. He hopes we all make it. So that is like a top thing that gives me peace, knowing that I'm doing things to make that person happy, to make my grandfather happy. Another thing is I did create my own business, baking business. It's called Junie B Sweets. I did it in remembrance of my grandmother, but I know, like, that would make my pap happy and my grandmother happy. My grandma had died when I was a sophomore in high school. So yeah, doing what makes that person happy. I'm sure I'm making them happy with the choices I'm making, things I'm doing in life, how far I've got in life. So that is a big thing as well. So my friend, her name is Marquise, she had came up with a few tips. We did talk about this prior. Those were my tips, and here are some of her tips. Okay, so don't hold back emotion. It's more than okay to cry. You actually need to. If someone is there to help you through it, let them be, and use them as an outlet as much as you have to. That's a big thing, using someone as an outlet. If someone wants to be there for you, don't push them away. Like, you need them. If you think you don't, I know you think you don't, or you may not want to be bothered, but you do need them in the long run. Get closer with family. That's a big one. A big thing, a big thing that I've been seeing and that I've dealt with. It's sad that you only see some of your family during a funeral. Like, you don't get together, like, for family reunions or nothing. Like, it's just, you see them at a funeral. So I feel like you should plan things, get together with family, because life is very short, and I feel like you need your family, and that's all there is to it. You need your family, so please get closer with your family. Make decisions together. Make new bonds with people. Don't think you have to do things alone. Reach out to people who you will, will help and take advantage of it. So that's one thing I forgot to mention. These two girls, my friend Marquise and my other friend whose dad died. I'm not going to mention her name because I'm not sure if she would want me to. But these girls are my friends from high school. And, like, we probably don't talk every day, every week, maybe not even for years. But I'm there. I was there for them. We're there for each other. Like, it doesn't, like, just because you haven't talked, don't think you can't be there for one another, because you can. Like, you need people, and they need you. As much as you may think, like, they don't, or, oh, I haven't talked to them, like, no, reach out and try to talk to them. Don't expect people to automatically be there for you. Some people will think you need space. If you don't, then let them know that. So that's a big thing. Me, I can go MIA sometimes, so I know what it's like. Maybe they think you don't want to be bothered, or like they just want to give you some space, or they're used to you rejecting them, or whatever it may be. Reach out to them if you need help as well, because everyone's not going to reach out to you just for that simple fact. So reach out to somebody. If you need help, tell them you need help. Use your resources. Find someone to vent to, someone who has gone through similar things, people who won't judge you. That is huge. Similar things. So me and my friend can relate because I've lost someone. I lost my grandfather who she knew was close to me. So me and her could relate. And we sat down and we talked. And I told her how I got through it, or what she can do, or everything's gonna be all right. Even if you feel like it won't, it will be okay. It is tough. Do I have my bad days? Yes. It never gets easier, because that's literally, it's like a missing part. Like, it's a missing part. It feels weird. Holidays, birthdays, like, it's tough. It's tough, but you're gonna get through it. I promise you will get through it. You're gonna have some bad days, but you'll get through it. I'm living proof. I got through a tough one. Literally, my pap was like my best friend. I kid you not. Talk to someone who won't judge you. That's a big thing. If you can't trust somebody, you're not going to want to talk to them. So talk to someone who you know cares, who you know is going to be there for you, who you trust. That's a big thing. For a while, like, I didn't want to talk to anyone about that. Like, my dad, I called him. When I needed someone to talk to, I'd call him, cry, whatever. But my boyfriend also helped me. Like, literally, he didn't know my grandfather, but he sat there. He could vent. I mean, he let me vent. He could relate, because he's been through some horrible deaths as well. So he understood. So you want to talk to someone who understands you completely, or understands the situation completely. He helped me through that. Like, you want to talk to someone that you can trust. Express your emotions in detail. Explain how you are feeling and what happened through the process. So obviously you want to get off your chest how you're feeling. If you have no words, you just need to cry. Just cry. Like, literally, you got to get through it how you can get through it. And I mean, reaching out to people or venting to someone, crying. We have people that they don't know how to get through things. So you see people turning to alcohol, turning to drugs, turning to whatever. That's not good. So if you can help them in any way, why not reach out your hand and help them? Like, literally, like, I'll be the first to say, like, I'll blow the person up until I get a response, because it's just who I am. I want to help you, and I know what you're going through. Even if you say, oh, I'm okay, I know you're not okay, because it is hard, and I've been there, so I understand. So writing things down is a good thing too. This is something I've started, and I'm not going to stop journaling. So saying how you feel, maybe every day, every other day, if you want to do it every week, however much you need to do it, write it down, say how you feel. That helps a lot, getting your emotions out. If you don't want to talk to anyone, that's fine, but write it down. And then you can go back and reflect on it. You can go back, like, it's good to journal. It's very good to journal. I like it. Take your time, take it minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day. So that is true. You're going to have to take your time. Don't think it's going to get better tomorrow, the next day, maybe a month, maybe even a year. It's going to take time. It's going to take a long time. It might be faster for others to get over it quicker, or I don't know. It's going to get better. Just take your time to heal. It's a long healing process. But you're going to be okay. One thing, I don't know if some people, might not be too into praying and everything, but if you are, even if you're not, praying helps. Just try it. Pray and just trust. You got to have faith. Faith is a huge thing. Have faith, pray, and things will start to turn around, get better, start to feel better, start to be in good spirits. You start to remember the good days. Like, remembering, everything before this. Like, it helps. It helps to just pray and just trust in God. Leave it all to God. It just helps. I'm telling you, it helps. Like, I'm living proof. Like, I start to, you start to see a change in yourself. Okay, and then she says here, you will think about them. That's inevitable. Cry when you have to. Remind yourself you will see them again. Remind yourself they are still with you. Talk to them. Pray. Ask for them. Look at pictures. Laugh. Smile. Cry. Don't convince yourself they have left you. They didn't. They have more power in their eternal home than they did in their physical home. They will help you and guide you more than they ever could. They are greeted by the other angels who they have been missing. They are welcomed home. That is true. So it is nice. Like sometimes I'll be thinking about my past maybe before I go to sleep or something, and then I'll dream about them. And like that's the best thing ever. I swear that's the best thing ever. Obviously dealing in the process, it feels like you can't go on, like it doesn't get better, but it gets better. It will get better. Just keep praying, keep yourself busy, keep good thoughts, and if you ever need someone to talk to, like I said, or reach out to someone, you can reach out to me, anything, someone you trust, or you can reach out to anyone. But yeah, these are my tips to dealing with losing a loved one. And I hope that helps someone. I hope I can help someone along the way who sees this. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.